What's happening, John Long, guys? Welcome back to Shadowrun Dragonfall. This is chapter 31. Chapter 31. We've been at it for a while. When we last left off, we had entered this building here, and I'm looking for a specific individual who I have a sneaking suspicion is on this third floor, and I believe they're over here. It's just a hunch, but I feel like they're over there. I just can't seem to find them. Actually, there's a closet right here to a door that I can't figure out, so obviously there's more there too. So they're in here somewhere. I know they are. I'm looking for this man right here. Trithemius, I think it's pronounced. I need to find this guy because he's the only one that has the power link cable, unfortunately. So if I can find this person, I can get in there. The only problem is I haven't found a way in there yet. So I'm going to be looking for that. Worst case scenario, I could head out down to the outside of this building, talk to that guy to see if I can, it has to be in here somewhere. Head out and talk to the guy outside, turn in the amulets there. Originally, I was thinking somewhere through this room, but yeah, looking at the map now, I can't believe I missed it. There's adjoined rooms here. So obviously, like I said, there's a hidden door or something. It's just a matter of kind of finding the switch. But surprisingly, nothing jumped out at me the first time I came through here. So I don't know if either A, I just missed it, or B, I didn't see it. I think that's the same thing though. What the hell am I on about? I'm like, A, I missed it, or B, I didn't see it. Well, listen here. It's pretty much the exact same thing. I feel like it's up here, but there's nothing else. So I'm gonna start to descend down this building to see if I can find anything that will help out. I've already talked to Franz here. He basically says thank you and bye. I've tried talking to Janet. No luck there. It's just pretty much get out of my way. Stay out of my way, I think, is like literally what she says. I didn't see anything else in this other room. This is where we first encountered mages. Wouldn't be surprised if that had something to do with it. Teleport or something. Were there mages in this room? No. This was just an empty room. There was notes and stuff. Shark Tank. Shark Tank. So that was probably downstairs then, because I feel like if I had seen that already, it would have gave me a heads up. But yeah, that has to have meaning. So obviously there's something down below on the ground floor that will kind of help me get through here, because this is where the Franz and company was hanging out. So let's head back down to the ground floor and see if I can figure my way up. I'm sure there's something. Ground floor. Does Carl have any other dialogue? You're back. He rubs his bloodshot eyes. Why? I need some info. He rubs his eyes and does his best to shake himself awake. Yeah, alright. What do you want to know? What's the layout of this place like? He pauses for a moment, gathering his thoughts. When the words come, they're slow as molasses. Well, you're on the first floor. That's the hub and my shop. The second floor has mostly been converted into makeshift apartments for people to live in. A gang squad up there. The Magnificers. Dangerous people. I'd stay away from them. Excuse me. The third floor is mostly housing too. Lots of Parsons communion crazies live up there. Excuse me. The Magnificers have a squad up there too. He leans in and lowers his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. I'm pretty sure the main crib is up there too. Don't know exactly where. That's all the info I need for now. Okay, so like, you want to buy something? No, I want to sell you a bunch of crap though, actually. Now that I think about it. I can't take that, so I might as well sell it. profit I make from that. Jesus. I'll have to talk to Parsons here and see if he tells me anything. The attendant behind the counter is an uncommonly fine-featured dwarf with a beatific smile. I had trouble with that word last time too. A yellow ID tag pinned to his chest announces his name in large, blocky letters. Parson. He nods at you and raises a hand in greeting. Welcome to the hut, brother. Are you here to share the splendor of communion? If so, I can show you to an empty terminal. What do you do here? I am the custodian of the hub. I tend to the bodies of our brothers and sisters while they share in the rapture of communion. I have some questions for you about the local gang activity. He nods. We do seem to have more than our fair share. Very well, I will answer your questions. I'm looking for Trithemius. Any idea how I could find him? The smile fades from Parsons' face. Trithemius is a dangerous man. Why do you ask? I have business with him, private business. He studies your face for a moment and nods. Fair enough. Prometheus is almost certainly upstairs, hidden away from the outside world. I wouldn't advise going after him, but if your mind is made up, I suppose that I can't change it. Yes, I can tell you how to find him, but I will need something from you in return. Yeah, of course you will. Saw that coming. Blitz sighs. Tell us what you need. A pair of squatters on the second floor ripped the guts out of one of my terminals. They have taken the data jack signal converter, and the terminal will be out of commission until I get it back. A single damaged terminal may not sound like much, but trust me, the entire experience of communion has been diminished by this act of vandalism. I believe that I know the squatters responsible. Their leader's name is Janet. She's a decker of some skill. I don't know what she has planned for my parts, but I do know that the situation will not stand. I cannot allow another terminal to be damaged. And so you want us to deal with them for you? Yes, but not with violence. I want you to talk with them and convince them to bring me back the components. Do this and I'll tell you how to get to Trithemius. Deal? Sounds straightforward enough. Excellent, it's a deal then. I don't need anything else. Thanks. He inclines his head. Come back anytime. Alright. I had a feeling Janet played some sort of part in here. I just figured out what. Ugh. So I still think Shark Tank was probably the word to get in here. Not that I need words. Alright, Janet. A middle-aged woman with chocolate-colored skin and shoulder-length dreadlocks looks up from her PDA with a start. She's decked out in form-fit body armor, and in a flash, her assault rifle goes from slung to held at the ready. You're back again. She brushes a loose strand of hair away from her face. Alright, tell me what you want. The sooner you talk, the sooner we can get this over with. Parsons sent me. He wants his hardware back. She shakes her head violently. No way. Those parts are keeping us online, and not just us, but everyone with worth a neuron in this hole. Parson can keep running his ridiculous little cult just fine with what he's got. But us, we're the only matrix connection that these people have. Look, those parts can't be irreplaceable. Let me take a look at your terminal. Maybe we can figure something out. Alright, the terminal's in the back room. Go take a look, but if you try to rip us off, you're going to regret it. Yeah, I'm not too worried about you guys. Let's check the hacker terminal. The hacker's terminal has clearly been cobbled together using whatever parts they could find. In spite of this, it is a remarkably impressive piece of machinery. Studying the terminal, it takes almost no time to identify the components that Parson sent you to find. Examine the terminal to see if the signal converter can be removed without disabling it. Of course I need decking 8, that's crazy. At the moment, it is impossible to remove the part without disabling the terminal. The converter is required so that the signal the terminal sends can be interpreted by the data jack of its user. I don't have decking 8, but I have intelligence 5. Perhaps a more common part can be modified. The converter is a pretty specialized piece of hardware, but a data jack impulse transmitter is a widely available piece of equipment and can be converted to work in its place. Alright, let's step away. Janet eyes you wearily. So what did you find? Looks like the part that you borrowed from Parson is acting as a your data jack signal converter. I think that I can cobble you a replacement, but I'll need a signal regulator to modify, and you don't seem to have any spares on hand. Her eyes widen. You could do that? Jerry-rig one for us? That'd be amazing. Don't get too excited, love. We still need the part. I'll bet you could get one from Carl down on the ground floor. No one else around here have anything like that. She checks herself. Well, except for Parson, of course. He's got more replacement parts than he knows what to do with. Alright, I'll see what I can find. The joys of having high, passive skills, I guess. High non-combat skills. Decking 8. That's the first time I've seen decking that high. Let's check with Carl first. I don't really want to talk to Parson about this if I can help it. You're back. He rubs his bloodshot eyes. Why? I'm looking for a data jack impulse transmitter. I've got what you need. He looks you up and down, his eyes lingering on the gear you're carrying. 1,000 yen, no less. Alright, here you go. All yours. Pleasure doing business. Let's head back up there and switch it out. Modify the impulse transmitter and replace the signal converter with it. After a few minutes of work, the transmitter is modified and installed. You now have the converter and the terminal is still working. I'll tell Janet and then we'll head back downstairs. She looks at you expectantly. So? All fixed up. Everybody wins. You got your terminal and I've got my parts. You see the tension drawn out of her. Thank you. I'm glad this could end without bloodshed. There's been enough of that around here recently. Yeah, sure looks that way. Easy. So down to the ground floor. Talk to Parsons. Keep saying Parsons, it's Parson. I've recovered the parts for your terminal. Ah, excellent, my brother. Let me see them, if you please. Parsons' smile disappears for a moment as he studies the parts. His brow furrows in concentration. As suddenly as it disappears, the smile returns. Yes, these are the parts that I need. Thank you, friend. A chest that there was no trouble? That you were able to attain them without bloodshed? Of course, you've got nothing to worry about, friend. No bloodshed at all. Parsons' face lights up. Oh, that is wonderful news. Truly, truly wonderful. And now I have my end of the deal to uphold. If you're still hell-bent on meeting with Trithemius, take the stairs up to the 3rd floor. You'll find an abandoned apartment at the end of the hall. Look for the stylized M painting on the wall. Looks like 2 crude lightning bolts facing one another. That's Trithemius' personal sigil. There's an old bookcase in the very back of the apartment. Under the 2nd shelf from the bottom, you'll find a button that opens the door to Trithemius' hideout. How do you know all of this? Because that abandoned apartment was once mine. In the days before I discovered the Piece of Communion, I was a very different man. I had need of such contrivances. Contrivances? His smile widens, but not anymore. Finally, I am at peace. Well, thank you. And now we have a heading. Let's get up there and deal with Trithemius. It's also super useful. I can just jump from floor to floor. I reckon it's this one. Yeah, it is this one. Push the bookcase. Alright. Step in here and talk to him. I don't want to get too far up in here. A real thing elf wearing a comically ornate wizard's robe stands at the center of the room. When he speaks, his voice wavers and cracks. So you're the one who's been turning my home upside down. I assume that you come in search of my head at Altrich's behest. I would warn you, stranger, he cannot be trusted. Do I care enough? No. I just want the part regardless. I don't really care how we get there. Neither can you. I'm just here to do a job. 35 damage? Well, I'm dead. Put some shots into the healer first, I suppose. Oh, I could have fit 4 here. That's fine though. Nice. Not that I really need to activate this, but I will. Turn that on. You up. Go after the Conjurer now. Dietrich is in cover, which is good. Give Iger haste. Heal myself. Top myself off. Shot. Should be able to get rid of him next turn. Looks like Trithemius spawned something as well. But I'm not too worried. I do have fetishes with Dietrich. I haven't forgot about that. It's rare that I need to use it really. Now grenade here might be a good idea. Damn. I forgot I have the fucking hydraulic jack too. I always forget that. I gotta start remembering that. For that Conjurer. That's one down. Grenade not so prevalent now. Go for that 51%, might as well. Only missed once, wasn't horrible. Really don't have a line of sight. Nice. Up Iger's aim. Dragon Slayer is actually going to be extremely useful in this scenario. Fuck, I didn't mean to move him. God damn it. For whatever reason, though, he decided to run out into the open. So, I mean, he's going to get slaughtered in a second here. And I just got downed. Wow. Yeah, see, it doesn't reload my fucking sniper. What a ripoff. And I'm gonna miss. Of course I am. Why wouldn't I? There we go. Let's go ahead and pick up all these amulets. Prometheus's key. Prometheus's amulet. Trithemius's. I swear to God, I say his name different every time. $72 neon. And acid stream 2. A stream of acid that also does ongoing -6 HP for 2 rounds. Definitely found a lot of stuff in this this level, but it makes sense now because they want to load you up on yen so that you're able to buy the item if you want to go that route. Advanced med kit. 283 yen. Cram. There's a fetish over there. Here we go, the elevator power coupling. So this flamethrower 3, line of fire controlled by the caster and directed at one target. And a force 4 earth elemental fetish. Nice. That's everything. Yeah. Let's get out of here. And if the guys outside act up, I'll just slay them too. I don't really have a problem with that. Before I do that, though, I am going to stop in here, sell all that extra crap. Jeez. Some expensive things. Buy a trauma kit just so I have one on me, because I used up mine. Don't want to be out here without one. Let's talk to Ulrich. Ulrich fixes you with a weary eye. Yeah, you need something else? Got a few magnificer trinkets to sell. Excellent. 12 amulets mean 3,000 yen in your pocket. Here you are, payment in full. Trithemius won't be a problem for you anymore. Here's his amulet. Ulrich accepts the amulet with a smile. Ha! Nice work, friend. He raises the jewel high above his head, then hurls it to the ground. It explodes into a spray of dull, glassy shards across the concrete. Ulrich favors you with an ugly smile, then reaches into his pocket and fishes out a badly scuffled control chip. He hands it to you. Well, I'm a man of my word. Here's the control chip for the elevator. You slot this into the elevator terminal and you'll be good to go. Oh, and you'll also need to plug in the power coupling that UDI stole. You did grab that, right? I'd imagine it's still up there somewhere if you didn't. Yeah, Aldrich holds a hand up and shakes his head. Whatever, it's not my problem. I've got bigger things to worry about, besides which you've got the chip. I've held my end. Without waiting for a response, Ulrich takes a step back, then turns his head to shout at the toughs behind him. Listen up, boys. Our friends here just taught Wizard Boy a permanent lesson about messing with the Arbiters. A chorus of cheers erupts from the assorted gangers assembled behind Ulrich. So gear up, because we've got a goddamn building to take back. Yeah, I reckon if I killed these guys, I could look through their equipment and medical supplies. There's nothing there I'm going to want. I know that for a fact. So, let's work on this elevator. This elevator appears to be offline. The control panel's LCD screen is unlit and its metal casing is badly dented. Let's repair the elevator. You easily pry the metal casing away from the wall, exposing a mess of wires and circuitry. When you slot the control chip and the power coupling into place, the system immediately hums to life. The control panel's LCD screen flickers, cycling through a variety of symbols before finally displaying the word online in warm green letters. Nice. We'll take it down then. I still got some energy drink. Usually I just fly through it. I don't know. I must be sick because I haven't really just downed this like I normally do. Either that or I'm getting bored of them. One of the two. Maybe it's just a flavor. The elevator rumbles and clanks its way downward into the guts of the old Seder Krupp development lab. 18 years ago, this place in the project that was being developed here disappeared from the record books. Thanks to Alice, you are one of the few people alive today who understand why. Alice was clear about one thing. You're here because Apex wants you to be. If the AI hadn't wanted her to trace it here, she would have wound up as dead as Monica. For better or worse, you're here at Apex's invitation. The elevator grinds to a halt. The doors slide open and your nostrils are assaulted by 18 years worth of stale air. Apex and the kill switch that will deactivate it awaits. Yeah. We already know that we're pretty much walking into a trap. And this looks to be a big place. Oh my god. Well, there's a door there. Well, let's start by looking and see what that leads to. Ooh, a little cargo room. Storage room, I guess. Grenade. High explosive grenade. Area's high explosive. M79 grenade launcher. Oh my god. Let's switch out one of our other med kits for that. Switch. Should I keep 2? Yeah. Maybe it's a good idea to keep 2 because I don't have Glory with me. It's a safe here. Ooh, I need decking 7. It's a good thing I have Blitz with me because, you know, he actually is a better decker. This safe is locked. Ask your decker to bypass the lock. Remington Room Sweeper. A pistol. Remington favorite. Shotgun punch and spread in a heavy pistol-sized package. Short range but widespread. What would you like to do with it? Oh, I actually picked up the... Can I not compare stats first? $14. I don't know if I leave it alone, if I can come back to it. Send it to my stash, I guess. This door is open there. Okay, so this is the only way I can go. Clipboard there. Let's check it out. Mission item added. Apex keycard. Amidst the clutter or collected detritus of many years of neglect, you find an old-fashioned clipboard with a keycard attached. Let's take the keycard. As you unclip the keycard, you notice the heading on the top page of the clipboard. Project Apex Shutdown Procedures. Blitz raises an eyebrow. Well, that's convenient. You flip through several pages of escalating containment procedures, as well as guidelines on what each procedure should be used. When. Finally, you find what you've been looking for: emergency AI shutdown and purge. This procedure is to be used only in the event of a complete loss of system control and should be considered only as a last resort. In the event of a loss of system software control, the Apex artificial intelligence program has been designed with an inbuilt hardware shutdown and purge protocol. The emergency system shutdown is controlled from 2 separate terminals, just off the AI interface terminal. Both switches must be engaged to begin the purge process. Once the purge process is underway, it will take several minutes to complete. After the purge has completed, a final deletion command must be input into the AI interface terminal in order to complete the deletion process. This will act as a final prevention measure against the unintentional deletion of the project. Warning: once the purge process has completed and the final deletion command has been entered, the AI will be irrevocably deleted from all active and backup system memory. Restoration of project files will not be possible. Furthermore, it is not possible to begin the purge process without the AI becoming aware of the modification to its codebase. Apex has been programmed to take no action to intervene. However, should its control sequences become damaged, in all likelihood it will attempt to resist. Should this occur, it is imperative that the AI interface terminal be protected until the deletion process has been completed, of course. If the interface terminal is destroyed before the final deletion command is entered, the purge will not complete and the AI will quickly restore itself. You got all that, boss? Reread the instructions. Yeah, I've got it. Basically, we start it, we gotta end it. Can't really wait. A lot of doors here, but I feel like they all kind of converge to this back part. I don't know if that turret's online or not. I think I'm gonna find out the hard way in a second here. I feel like I can hack those turrets though, because it's kind of giving me the option to, which obviously would be super useful. Well, there's the main control terminal, but I don't want to... Fuck. As you step into the room, the light begins to flicker and dim. One by one, they wink out, and the room is swallowed by darkness. Blitz calls out, his voice wavering. Uh-oh. Not sure I like the look of this, Chief. You hear the sounds of movement, quiet footsteps on the tile. Idra's voice comes out in a soft whisper. Could be nothing, or it might mean that Apex knows we're here. Stay alert, people. Suddenly, an enormous screen mounted on the wall opposite you comes to life. The light stabs your eye.